Hey y'all, how you doing today? In today's video, I'll be doing a relatively short makeup look. Not necessarily a tutorial, but hopefully you can learn something from my process here. And we're going to go ahead and start by pulling back our hair with a very soft scrunchy kind of headband deal. And what you'll see me apply here is our Apple Cucumber Facial Moisturizer as a good priming base before you apply any makeup. It's super lightweight and it truthfully to me it makes my makeup feel better on the skin for a good skin feel. And I just want to make sure that everything is covered. And after applying our moisturizer, we're going to go ahead and take that scrunchie back off, fluff our hair back out. Speaking of the hair, all products used to get this look are also from our hair care line. We used a combination of the conditioning hair cream and our curling jelly to create this very curl defined look. All right, and next up, we are going to start with our eyebrows. Oh, wait, that's actually our lip balm, and we're going to prime our lips with good moisturizer. This lip balm will be released by the time you see this video. Most likely it is a blue raspberry lip balm, and as you can see here, upon application it has no color, but it does have a lovely flavor and wonderful shine and moisture capacity. So after we moisturize our lips, then we're going to go ahead and get into these eyebrows. And if you see me looking down, I'm just grabbing products off of my desk where I was recording. I like to spoolie my eyebrows up a little and then comb over just the top to give a more defined brow. I used to do them in a different way where I would spoolie them all to the side first and then touch up the top, but I find that doing them across and upward gives a better look and it feels a little bit better too. And what you'll see me using here is a sample product which will be coming to our line as well. And it is a dual eyebrow pencil and spoolie. It's more like a cream pencil, and the application is a lot smoother than most pencils that you would use for your eyebrows. So be on the lookout for that real soon. So after filling out our brows with our cream pencil and using the spoolie to give the finalized shape, we clean up the bottom excuse me, the bottom line with a little bit of concealer that is close to my foundation color, and that just gives a much sharper line to the brows. As you can see, the eyebrow portion takes all of 5 minutes with concealing, blending down, the spoolie, the cream application. It's pretty fast. I will say I've had a lot of practice doing my eyebrows over the years, and that was one of the first things that I really mastered when it came to makeup application. And you don't need a lot, at least not with this method. When I used to do my eyebrows a different way, I used to have to conceal across the entire brow, across the entire top and bottom. And I feel like that definitely works for more dramatic looks, but I'm not too big on doing really glammed up dramatic makeup for everyday usage, only because it's just not my personal flavor. And we just take our blending stuff and blend that out a little, and then we're good to go. Now, once that's blended out, we're going to get started on this eyeshadow application. What you'll see here is a very light concealer, and I'm using that just for the inner corner of this eyeshadow look, so that the inner corner color has a very bright pop of color. All the rest of the eyeshadow will just go straight to lid application, which has already been prepped by blending down the concealer from touching up the eyebrows. Now this does take a little bit of extra time, only because I want to make sure that the shapes are very close to each other on each eye. I like very even looking eyeshadow for looks like this. And if you want to see me dabble into some other types of looks, that would be wonderful. Just let me know in the comments below. As you see, the eyeshadow palette that we are using to make this look today is the Brights. And I'm just pointing out the light and dark brown. And I ended up not using that second blue, but only the top blue, as you'll see in the next clip. And this is my own personal palette, which I use pretty often, mostly for tutorial looks and also to test out different blending methods. Being that we are still dealing with coronavirus 19, we do our best to keep our makeup in-house. We don't really go out a whole lot, just to reduce any exposure to the virus. All right, so I took that top blue shade and applied it right over that concealer. And I do this on both eyes to give that inner corner pop. Now, as you may be able to tell, I have very hooded lids. So my inner corner has to go past just the inside in order for it to be very visible when I open my eyes. And you'll see what I'm talking about as I finish out the rest of the eyeshadow. Now, some makeup artists don't like to do this method, And I'm not a professional myself. I'm pretty novice, but I like to pack on the shadow a little bit heavy for inner corner work, especially when I'm using a base like a concealer. To me, it gives a better finished look and it gives me a little more wiggle room for blending at the very end of the look as well. And right here, I just picked up that lighter brown shade, which is pretty close to my skin tone. And this makes a wonderful transition into darker shades like darker brown and the black, which I didn't point out at the beginning, but I did use just a touch of black at the very end to give a more dramatic effect to the eye look. And if you're wondering what this nail color is, it's actually from another black owned business, Triple O Polish. It is a vegan and cruelty free nail polish line. This is their gel polish in color number 180. And I'll leave all links below so that you can go and shop with them and support them as well. And as you see, I follow up after that lighter brown with the darker brown. And right there, I was just kind of deciding if I wanted to end it with that darker brown or if I wanted to add just a touch of black on the end. And as you can see, we go eye to eye, color to color, just to make sure that the look stays pretty even. And here comes just that touch of black. I feel like it gives just a little bit more balance to the look and a little more depth. Especially having hooded lids, a little more drama goes a very long way. And as you'll see, on one side of the brush, I had the black shadow, and on the other side, I had the dark brown shadow, which made it much easier for blending and quick application of all eyeshadows. And now to the foundation. So the foundation that I am using here is actually a sample that I got from the vendor that made our Luxe Matte lipstick. And I'm just applying the liquid foundation with a big fluffy brush. It's pretty densely packed, so it makes for great blending of foundation. And I find that I prefer this application of liquid foundation much more than, say, a blending stump or a beauty blender. It gives a more even application and it also feels a lot lighter. And I feel like I don't have to use nearly as much formula on my skin to get even coverage with this application method. And once we are done applying, again, we fluff that hair right back out. Don't know if you can tell, but my hair is pretty long, even in this shrunken, curly state. So I have to move it out of the way to apply makeup across my forehead and apply moisturizer across my forehead and things of that nature. And that yellow scrunchie from the beginning, I use that quite often, especially when doing skincare. So here you'll see me highlighting my nose and my cupid's bow, two of my favorite facial features. And no, I do not nose contour. I feel no need to hide my very big nose, as it is a feature that makes my face uniquely mine. And it is a feature that I've passed on to my daughter. And it's a feature that I got from my mom. And I'm very proud of this feature. So I highlight it. You're going to see it when you first look at me anyway, so why not? And we just blend with that same foundation brush to give a very soft highlight. And here comes my favorite part, the lip application. So we start with a very dark brown lip liner. And we just line all across the bottom lip line. As you can see, I unsuccessfully was trying to clean it up once I first started, but I eventually get it together in the end. And you just keep applying as much as you personally like. I like a pretty heavy line, being that my lips are very well defined. And you just keep applying. And then we're going to line our top lip and our cupid's bow. I start lining the top lip at the cupid's bow and then stretch out to the outer corners. I want to make sure that my cupid's bow is well defined first, and then we go from there. This is a nod to the late 90s and early 2000s lip trend of dark liner and lip gloss, which I think is absolutely immaculate for melanated folk, for other black folk. And I absolutely love it. Don't know why I haven't picked it up before, but I'm definitely going to be doing this a lot more often. And the lip gloss that you see is our newest fall favorite, the Nude Cookie Butter lip gloss. It is a wonderful nude gloss for premium shine and just a touch of color for all lip application, especially for these lovely deep shades of fall. And look at the shine on that. I know you see it. And it's handmade right here in-house. Thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to support us on a monthly basis, you can subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/DyCanCosmo. What you'll see here is just eyeliner application, which gets just a little bit tricky for me still. I'm not a pro at eyeliner, but I like to think I do pretty okay for the skills that I do have. As you can see, my line was a little bit too straight right there. So we brought it up some just to kind of self-correct. And then we connect from the middle of the lid out. I'm not sure if I was able to do that on the other eye, being that I am right-handed. So it's a little bit easier for me to do my right eye first, just to establish what the general shape of the liner will be for the look. As you can see, one side is done, and then you get to watch me kind of struggle to figure out how to do this other side, which was a little bit easier after doing the first side. It was a little bit faster to make that outer part of the wing, and then I had to kind of play a game of juggle the hands to figure out which hand was going to be best for the rest of the application. And again, I'm not a professional. I just really like to do my makeup, and I've done a lot of different looks over the years since I was a teenager. And now being 25, I think I have roughly 9 or 10 years under my belt of practicing different makeup applications. So I think I'm pretty okay at it. And as always, we finish our look with just a bit of mascara. And that's the end. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please look in the description for all links on ways to support our small brand and to support me as a creator, as well as links to find any of the products that you see here that you may be interested in. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we hope to see you real soon. Bye, y'all.